What's going on, money makers? How y'all doing today? It's good. Having a good Saturday. Been working all day, trying to grind it out, make that money, get where I want to be in life. Coming to you live from Casa de Justin. All right, I want to talk to you guys about something. I was having a hard time last night. I was getting discouraged. I was having last 3 days, networking wise, I was doing bad. All my leads that I had were falling through. Prospects weren't, I wasn't getting any, people weren't talking to me. I was blasting away at Facebook, couldn't get any likes, comments, nothing. So, I was getting discouraged and whatnot. So I reached out to a couple of really good friends of mine, Thomas Hickey and Brian Long. And, they really helped me out. They told me, hey, you've only been doing this a week, so calm down. You're alright, you know what I mean? So you're not gonna become a millionaire overnight. This isn't an easy job, despite what people think. It's not easy at all. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of sacrifice. So Brian sent me a video by Eric Thomas, and I highly suggest all y'all check it out. There's a story in there. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all this story. He said, there's a guru, and a young man walked up to the guru and was like, hey, I want to be a millionaire. He was like, all right, well, meet me down at the docks at 4 a.m. The guy was like, I'm going to be a millionaire, man. I don't want to go surfing. What are you talking about? The guy was like, well, if you want to be successful, meet me there at 4 a.m. And I was like, all right, crazy old man, whatever. So we met him there at 4 a.m., had his, suit and tie on, looking all professional and whatnot. And the guru shows up and was like, let's take a walk in the water. He's like, I told you I wanted to be a millionaire. I don't want to go swimming, dude. He was like, come on, let's take a walk. I'll make you successful. He was like, alright, whatever, this dude's got millions, he's got to know what he's talking about. So they walk out there, and he gets to about waist deep. The guru goes, come on, let's go a little further. The guy's, he's like, what in the world's going on? What does this have to do with being, rich and famous and, make money? That's what I'm here for, is to make money. We'll just get in this water, but whatever. So he went a little further, got to about chest deep. The guru said, come on, let's go a little further. The guy's starting to get, nervous a little bit, and he's like, man, this guy, what's wrong with this dude? So he gets out a little bit further, gets to about right here, right above his mouth. And he's like, alright, are we done? I'm, about fully submerged in water. We can stop now, it's cool. I get the point. Get walking water. Guru goes, come on, a little bit further, come on. So the guy's like, whatever, dude, I've made it this far, might as well, I gotta put my faith in this guy. Well, he went out a little bit further, and he was submerged. He was in over his head. So the guru pushes his head down. The guy starts freaking out. He's flapping and flailing, and he's freaking out. He's starting to lose his breath. He doesn't know what's going on. His heart's racing. He's scared to death. He thinks he's going to drown. He thinks he's going to die. And he's just fighting and fighting and fighting. And then eventually he starts getting weak. He starts going unconscious little by little. And right before he drowns, the guru pulls him out. Guy takes a big breath, coughs up all this water. And the guru asked him, what did you want to do? He was like, I wanted to live. He was like, what else did you want to do? He was like, I wanted to breathe, man. I was underwater. And the guru looked at him and said, when you want to breathe, if you want to be successful, as much as you want to breathe, then you have the potential to be successful. Some deep stuff, right? So that's kind of blew me away when I read that. I'm like, man, that's how I feel. I've been, I've lost sleep. I forgot to eat. I'm taking enormous amounts of time away from my family because I'm working so hard. I'm going down to my mom's place and using her computer, and I'm giving it everything I got, and I feel like I haven't gotten anywhere yet. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? But you know what? Not one time did I want to give up. Not once. I was discouraged. I was down. I was getting depressed. But I never once wanted to give up. That's what I want to talk to y'all about. You got to have motivation. Okay? We lose it every now and then. Guess what? We're on NWC. Okay? There's audio recordings by psychologists about motivation and energy. Check them out. They'll help you. Okay? Got to have determination. Alright? When we all started this, we had a goal in mind. There was something we wanted to do. Don't lose sight of that. Things change all around the world. Things are changing all around us. We're trying to be better network marketers, salesmen, closers. You're getting your pitch down right. You're perfecting your craft. Okay? But at the end of the day, there's still a light. There's still something you're looking forward to. Don't lose sight of that. Okay? You got to hold on. All right? So you don't get overwhelmed. So you don't drown. All right? For me, it's a better life for my family. That's what I went from being broke, having to pull out loans just to pay the electric bill, to I'm going to make thousands of dollars. I will make it to the top. And there's not a person out there that's going to stop me except myself. Okay? And I'm not going to let myself stop me. Not happening. Okay? I've been a quitter my whole life. Everything I've ever done, I've always quit. You got hard, I quit. Whatever. There's something else out there. And it's time for a change. I got in the military. And in the military, you sign a contract. You can't quit. Suck it up, buttercup. Deal with it. Okay? Don't quit. Don't give up. Most network marketers, they fail within they give up in their first 3 months because nothing's going the way they want to. Too bad, so sad, homie. Keep going. Keep pushing. Take a step back. Figure out why you're not where you want to be. Talk to people. I talk to Steve and Brian every day because they're my mentors. I bug the heck out of them because they have so much knowledge that I want. I read all the time. I'm about to download 2 or 3 more books, and I'll probably have them read by the weekend. Because knowledge is power. So no matter what it is that you're going through, you are the only reason that you will fail. Not network marketing, not NWC, not me, not Steve, not your upline, not your downline, nobody but you. And you need to realize that. You are the difference between failure and success. Okay? So keep that in mind. Don't quit. Don't give up. It's going to get hard. It's hard. It's a job. Every job's hard. And this one's harder than others because we're trying to sell something to people. We're trying to open people's eyes to something that they don't believe in. And we have to change the way they think. And let them see the light, essentially. So keep working. Keep grinding. That's what it's all about. You have to work. You have to give it everything you have. You have to want success as much as you want to breathe in order to be successful. Okay? Watch videos on YouTube. Do something. Look up Eric Thomas. That dude, he can motivate an ant. It's crazy. But, I want to say thank you to Brian and to Thomas for helping me out. I was having a hard time. But success comes with time. This isn't, like I've said 1,000 times, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a job. And you have to work. You have to get out there. You have to talk to people. I'm probably going to go to Walmart today just to talk to a couple cashiers. I just spent, $60 on business cards so I can hand them out. My wife doesn't know. So, but hey, that's what I feel that I have to do to be successful. That's because I want something to show somebody. Hey, look, here's my business card. Call me, email me, get on my website. So don't give up. Don't quit. Whatever you do, do not quit. Because you're going to kick yourself in the butt for the rest of your life. When you go back to working a normal job, and you're 65, and you're like, oh, I'm barely struggling now, I'm 65, I want to retire. Oh, wait, that's right. When you retire, you only get 40% of your paycheck. Remember that? So if you're making $1,000 a week, right, that's $4,000 a month. You retire, guess what? You're only making $1,600 a month. Yeah, try feeding a family then. Try paying bills. You've been living the good life, making $4,000 a month. Not anymore, homie. Not anymore. Now you have to keep working till you're 70, 75, 80, dead. That's the life you want? You want to work till you're dead? No. I don't think so. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're here. Don't forget that. Don't lose sight. Alright? I got this. Wow, this is a long video. I'm sorry. But it's something that I figured, I wanted to address. So, I'm taking the day off. It's, 12 or something. I don't know what time it is, but I'm gonna spend some time with the family. Haven't got to do that much this week, so just put my son down for a nap. So spend some time with the wife, the kid, enjoy the life, watch some TV. Actually enjoy a weekend, But y'all have a good weekend. Be safe. Be productive. Peace.